I want you to think back to a time when you were in a lot of pain, and maybe you shared that with a friend or loved one, and they just bulldozed past all of your feelings and just started talking at you. Maybe sharing a similar experience or giving you advice or even throwing scripture at you, telling you things that you may know logically, but in that moment, it wasn't helpful. Or maybe you tried to share your vulnerable emotions with a partner or spouse, and all they heard was that they did something you didn't like. So they went straight to being defensive and providing excuses, explaining that you just took it wrong. The people in your life, whether that's your friends, your partner, or other family members, they love you and they don't want to see you in pain. So they are naturally going to search for solutions. But that's not what you need. In order to give your wound the proper care, you need to experience compassion and validation in your pain. Pushing down the pain isn't going to make it go away. It's just going to get stored in your body and it will end up resurfacing in other ways throughout your life. But you can't always rely on others to be there for you and to provide what you need in that moment. In fact, relying on others to heal our wounds is what often leads to the disappointment and loneliness that we experience inside of our pain. The more you learn how to tend to those wounds and care for yourself and those parts of you that went through that pain, the easier it will be for you to heal so that you aren't reliant on someone else to validate your feelings. Compassion in Latin means to suffer with. It means being with someone in the midst of their pain. And that can literally just mean sitting with someone while they're upset. Being with someone and meeting them in their pain provides safety and validation that is necessary in order to move on to healing. Compassion is different than sympathy. Sympathy says, I'm sorry for you in your pain, not I'm with you. We give sympathy to others when we feel bad. We may send a card or flowers, and it may be genuine care, but it's not being with us. I want you to think about a time recently where you experienced some emotional pain. And it doesn't have to be an extreme circumstance, just a time where maybe your feelings were hurt and it left you feeling sad, scared, frustrated, or lonely. That part of you is still inside of you. So I'm going to invite you to connect with that version of yourself who felt stuck in her pain. But before you do, I want you to sit down in a comfortable chair, place both feet on the floor, and sit back in your seat. I invite you to close your eyes and place your hands on your heart. Imagine that your abdomen has a deflated balloon inside, and as you inhale, I want you to imagine filling up that balloon with oxygen. And on the exhale, allow it to deflate. Take a few deep breaths like this, reminding yourself that you are safe in the present moment. Relax your shoulders. Feel the support of the chair beneath your legs. And notice your feet on the ground. Now, recall the situation that came to your mind and allow yourself to connect with that part of yourself who felt hurt in some way. Allow your body to experience the emotions. Emotions aren't anything to be afraid of. They are not harmful. They are nothing more than energy in motion. That energy wants to be released. When we push it down, it gets stored inside of our body and will manifest in different ways. So take a moment to notice where you're feeling it in your body. You may sense a tightening in your chest or your neck, shoulders, or lower back. You may notice an increased heart rate or butterflies in your stomach. Maybe your sinuses start running and your eyes become watery. Whatever you're feeling is perfectly normal and you're safe. As you connect with the emotion and notice how it's manifesting in your body, begin to comfort yourself by repeating after me, inside of your mind. I can see that you're hurting. It makes sense that you feel that way. I'm right here with you. You're not alone. I'm not going anywhere. Take as long as you need. You're safe with me. Continue to sit in stillness with your eyes closed for just a few more seconds as you continue to hold space, allowing yourself to experience the emotions that are coming up for you. The power of self-compassion comes from being with ourselves in our pain, not fixing our pain, but rather being with who we are as we feel our pain. Self-compassion allows us to become tender in our pain and open up the gates of our hearts to love and to be loved. Take one more moment here to notice how you're feeling in your body. You've been carrying around that pain with you for quite a while. Has some of that energy moved on? Are you feeling a little lighter? There's no right or wrong answer here. Perhaps you notice a softening in your heart, a release of tension, or a sense of peace washing over you. Just notice, and then go ahead and open your eyes, coming back to the present moment. We often think that we don't have time to be with ourselves like that, but notice that that experience only took a few minutes to give yourself some space to feel the emotion and then comfort yourself with a few phrases that speak to your pain. So I want to invite you to begin practicing self-compassion anytime you notice yourself feeling sad, lonely, scared, or frustrated. Refer back to this video as many times as you need to help guide you through this process.